Well, guys, what is up? What's going on out there this afternoon? Maybe this evening, maybe tomorrow morning? I don't know. Wherever you are, what's going on? Hope it's been a great day so far, wherever you are. And yeah, today's episode of the Tennis Mindset Project, story building isn't problem solving. And this is a situation I used to find myself in a lot. And once I flipped how to handle it, things changed for me a lot. And I'm going to dig into that in just a second. Before we do, just a quick reminder, if you're brand new to the Tennis Mindset Project, welcome. I do a show every morning, daily 8 a.m. Pacific. Typically it's live. Once in a while it's a pre-record. But what we do is we cherry pick a point from a video, either one of my matches, singles or doubles, or someone else's match. And like I said, we cherry pick a point, and then I run the point, I run the video, and right as one of the players is about to play a shot, I pause the video and ask you, what do you think's the right shot? And the answer comes in two parts. Number one, shot choice. Where do you want the ball to land over there? And then number two, how do you want to enhance that shot choice by where you move to next on the court? So what's the right shot is a great opportunity to learn how to quote unquote play the game in terms of shot choice and next best court positioning. Too often what we get into is just stroke technique all day long, just trying to grind out more and more topspin forehands, for example, thinking that we can somehow perfect them, master them in such a way that we'll be able to hit winners all day long. It just doesn't work that way. So anyway, I invite you to join me. What's the right shot? Daily, 8 a.m. Pacific time zone. If you're on my email list, you get an email from me sometime, it's 45, 60 minutes before. I give you the link to get onto it. It's either YouTube, Facebook, and or Twitter. So there you have it. Guys, look, story building. What is story building? Story building is when you are playing a close match, right? And it's really less about when you're playing someone and you're going to be beating this player 10 out of 10 times, right? And this is mostly in tournaments. Occasionally in league type matches, you get maybe the same rating label, which, not that accurate, and you get up against someone who you're going to beat every time, right? So there's not a lot of potential story building going on there. On the other side of the coin, you're up against someone who you're probably going to lose to every time, at least for a while, until you become a better player. And so there's not a lot of story building there. But there's a lot of story building when you get into a tight match, a close match. Could be singles, could be doubles. And the story building is that you're thinking, well, what's the excuse that I'm going to come up with if I lose this match? What's the story that you're building as you're going through this match? It's super tight. You're not really sure how to pull away. There's always that little voice in the back of your head going, hey man, you might lose this guy. Maybe you normally don't lose this guy, but this time it's close. What's the story? What's the excuse that you're going to come up with to tell the fellas or to tell the players, whatever, that the reason you lost this match is because, it's because we'll fill in the blank. And so that's what story building is, right? And something I used to do. I mean, it was crazy. I'd get into a close match and start thinking, well, what am I going to tell the guys? And it just was always a recipe for really never being able to do some problem solving in terms of it's a close match. What is it this guy over there in singles or this team over there doesn't really want me to give them? As opposed to thinking, well, I got to really up my game, right? I got to take whatever my forehand is right now, or whatever my backhand is right now, or whatever my serve is, and I got to start playing them better so shots don't come back. As opposed to, wait a minute, let's probe over there. It's a close match. I know what they like. I know what they don't like. And so let's give them more of a steady diet of what they don't like rather than thinking I gotta really jack up my skill level on my good stuff, because maybe that's just going to be too much tension, right? Too much pressure on you to have to do that. And so I just want to make sure that in those close matches that there's not a voice popping off that's coming up with a story of what you're going to tell people if you lose this match, or how you're going to justify to yourself if you lose this match. Maybe you're not going to tell this to anybody else, but maybe to yourself. Hey, here's the reason I lost the match today. And you haven't even gotten through the first set yet, right? You're halfway through it and you realize, hey, this guy's good. I'm holding on here, but whatever. So it's really much more about problem solving. And problem solving is, number one, what is that player's strength over there? Or what is that team's real strength over there? Right? Well, let's find out what that is and just stay away from it, not give them that opportunity. Right? I mean, the old saying is, hey, I just want to go out there and play my game. Well, playing your game, even if you're playing well, might be feeding the belly of the beast over there. They might be even better at what you do when you feed them what they want. So let's find what that is first, find out what that strength is over there first. And from now we know, okay, that's their big stuff. We're going to stay away from it. Maybe you find a weakness, right? Maybe the weakness is a stroke, could be forehand, could be backhand. Maybe the weakness is movement, right? They do really well moving side to side, but guess what? When you play a drop shot now and then and they get to it and you lob over them, make them run up and back, they don't like that so much, right? Maybe the weakness is fitness. Maybe what you discover is this guy's a great shot maker for a set and a half. And in fact, the longer that you keep them out there, the faster that you get them to show where their fitness level's not. And because you're in great shape, all right, now we get to go ahead and extend the match for as long as we can. And the next thing you know is, okay, maybe you lose the first set, maybe you're even down a break in the second, but you continue to problem solve, which is maybe let's just out fitness them today. Maybe that's a strategy. And rather than building that story, right, Matt? Rather than shortening the points, we're going to lengthen the points. We're going to keep them out here as long as we possibly can. So anyway, guys, hope that is helpful today. Let's stop story building and instead let's really dig into problem solving. Look, if you want some one-on-one private coaching, here's what I've got to offer you. There's two ways we can do this. Number one, if you're here in Southern California or if you want to travel to Southern California, which I do have students who frequently do that, come out for, we usually do 3-day sessions, 2 hours a day. And I recruit players to come out and play some points, games, sets against you so that there has to be some problem solving, someone you've never played against before. And now there's got to be some problem solving, right? We're getting out of your comfy confines of where you're playing at your facility, the same guy every Thursday, every noon on Thursdays, the same court it seems to be, and you guys know each other forwards and backwards. If you really want to become a better player, problem solving is where you start. And so we can do that, and or we can do some video conference stuff as well. With video is the best way to do it. And look, if you want to see what I've got to offer, just shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. What we'll do is set up a free 15-minute private one-on-one conversation. We typically do that with a video conference call. I'll send you the link where you can cherry pick a date and time that works best for you for that free 15-minute call. And you'll describe to me where your game is right now, what your skill level is, and where you want to take it to. And I'll show you how, at least I'll describe how I think I can help you get there, how I can help you bridge the gap between those two, where your current skill level is now and that new skill level that you want to take it to. And you can decide then and there if this might be a good fit for you or not. Guys, the way to get that conversation started is brent@webtennis.com. All right, look, hope this has been helpful today, today's episode of the Tennis Mindset Project. Any questions, any comments, any remarks down below in the comments area? Love to read those and respond. Or if you want to keep the conversation private, no sweat, just shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. All right, guys, it's time. We got to get out there. We got to help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, see you again next time.